In Grand Theft Auto, some relationships are built on loyalty, others are built on lies. Some friends fight beside you, others are only waiting for the right moment to betray you. From Catalina leaving Claude for dead in GTA 3, to Big Smoke selling out Grove Street in San Andreas, to Dmitry Razkolov turning Nico's trust into a nightmare. GTA has always been a story about one thing: trust never lasts forever. Today, we are looking at every major friend who betrayed the player throughout GTA history. And at the end, we'll try to answer one question: who will be the traitor in GTA 6? We have to start at the very beginning of 3D Grand Theft Auto GTA 3. Released in 2001, this was the game that changed everything. And at the center of its story is Claude, a man of few words, but a lot of violence. Early in his journey through Liberty City, Claude meets someone who seems to be on his side. Her name is Catalina. At first, she's more than just an ally. She's his partner in crime. Together they rob banks, they escape the law, and for a brief moment, it feels like trust actually exists in the world of GTA. But in Grand Theft Auto, trust is always temporary. During a routine bank robbery, everything changes. Without warning, Catalina turns on Claude. She shoots him, takes the money, and leaves him for dead. No hesitation, no regret, just betrayal. And just like that, Claude is no longer a partner, he's a victim. After GTA 3 set the tone for betrayal, Rockstar took it further in Vice City. This time, the story follows Tommy Vercetti, a man sent to build an empire in a city full of crime, power, and opportunity. Early in his rise, Tommy meets someone who quickly becomes part of his inner circle: Lance Vance. Unlike most allies, Lance isn't just a random partner, he fights alongside Tommy. He helps him take down drug lords, and for a while, it feels like they're building something together, a partnership, maybe even a friendship. But Lance has a problem. He's always chasing more money, more power, more recognition. And slowly, that envy starts to grow. As Tommy becomes more successful, Lance starts to feel left behind. And that's where everything changes. In the final moments of Vice City, Lance turns on Tommy Vercetti. He betrays him and joins forces with Sonny Forelli, the same people Tommy had already fought against. But his betrayal doesn't end well. Lance's decision doesn't give him power, it costs him everything. And Tommy makes sure he pays the price. Then came San Andreas, a story about returning home and realizing that home is not what it used to be. You play as Carl Johnson, CJ. After years away from Los Santos, he comes back to his family broken, his gang weakened, and his neighborhood taken over by rivals. But not everyone from the past has disappeared. CJ reunites with his old friends from Grove Street, people he grew up with, people he trusted. One of them is Ryder. At first, Ryder feels like one of the few consistent in CJ's life. He jokes with him, he rides with him, and he fights alongside him to rebuild Grove Street. But underneath that loyalty, something is wrong. Ryder is not fighting for Grove Street, he's working against it, quietly aligning himself with the Ballers and helping the same people destroying CJ's neighborhood. By the time CJ realizes the truth, he's already too late. Ryder isn't just a friend who went bad. He's one of the people responsible for Grove Street falling apart from the inside. But Ryder wasn't the only betrayal in Grove Street. There was also someone else. Someone CJ trusted even more. Someone who was there from the very beginning. Big Smoke. Smoke wasn't just another gang member. He was family. When CJ returns to Los Santos, Smoke is one of the first familiar faces he sees. He welcomes him back, he laughs with him, and he fights alongside him like nothing has changed. But something has changed. Grove Street is falling apart, and Smoke is at the center of it. Slowly, CJ begins to notice things, strange decisions, missed loyalties, deals that don't make sense. But Smoke always has an answer, always has a reason, always an excuse that feels just believable enough. Until the truth finally comes out. Big Smoke wasn't trying to save Grove Street, he was selling it out for money, for power, and the influence in the world CJ thought he was trying to fix. All along, Smoke had been working with the Ballers, and even corrupt crash officers, helping them destroy everything CJ was fighting to rebuild. And when CJ finally confronts him, Smoke doesn't deny it. He doesn't apologize, he justifies it, saying he had to do it to survive. But in the end, no excuse is enough to erase what he did. Big Smoke becomes one of the most iconic traitors in GTA history. A friend who chose power over loyalty. After San Andreas, Rockstar changed direction. GTA 4 was darker, more realistic, and far less forgiving. This time you play as Niko Bellic, a man who comes to Liberty City chasing a better life, but instead finds himself pulled into a world of crime, debt, and broken promises. Early on, Niko is introduced to someone who appears to offer opportunity, Dmitry Razkalov. At first, Dmitry represents himself as a business partner, someone who can help Niko climb through the Liberty City's criminal underworld. He talks like an ally, he acts like an ally, but from the very beginning, something feels off. Still, Niko has little choice but to work with him, and that decision leads him deeper into chaos. Dmitry convinces Niko to eliminate his own former boss, Faustin, claiming it's necessary for survival. But once Faustin is gone, Dmitry reveals his true nature. He never intended to be Niko's partner, he intended to use him. Almost immediately, Dmitry betrays Niko, selling him out to Bulgarian, the same people Niko was trying to escape from. From that point on, Dmitry becomes something worse than an enemy. He becomes unpredictable, always appearing again, always causing more damage, always one step ahead of betrayal. In GTA 4, Dmitry Razkalov isn't just a traitor. He's a reminder that in Liberty City, trust is just another currency to be spent. But Dmitry wasn't the only betrayal Niko experienced in Liberty City. There was someone else. Someone who never looked like an enemy. Michelle. Early in GTA 4, Michelle appears one of the first people Niko gets close to. She seems normal, kind, even supportive of Niko's new life. For a man like Niko, who has lost so much, she feels like a rare moment of peace. But that peace is built on a lie. Michelle is not who she says she is. Her real name is Karen, and she's working for a government agency. From the very beginning, she was assigned to monitor Niko. Every conversation, every meeting, every relationship he built. All of it was being reported. When Niko finally discovers the truth, it's not a dramatic confrontation. It's quiet, cold, and it makes one thing clear. In Liberty City, even love can be surveillance. By the time GTA 5 arrived in 2013, betrayal had become a tradition in the series. But this time, it wasn't a crime boss or a government agent, it was an old friend. Franklin Clinton grew up surrounded by people he thought he could trust. One of those people was Sketch, a longtime member of the family's gang and someone Franklin had known for years. At first, Sketch appears to be another familiar face from Franklin's past. Someone trying to reconnect after time spent in prison, but almost immediately things start to feel wrong. The job he pushes, the people he associates with, and the situation he drags Franklin and Lamar into. Everything seems to create more problems than solutions. As the story unfolds, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. Stretch isn't looking out for his friends, he's looking out for himself. Behind the scenes, he's working with rival gangs and setting up the very people who trusted him, including Franklin and Lamar. What makes Stretch different from some of GTA's other traitors is how ordinary his betrayal feels. He's not chasing an empire, he's not trying to take over the city. He's simply willing to sacrifice old friendships if it benefits him. And sometimes, those are the most dangerous kinds of traitors. If Stretch represents betrayal on the streets, Steve Haynes represents betrayal at the highest level. Introduced as a high-ranking government agent, Haynes represents himself as someone who can solve problems. Someone with power, someone with connections, someone you don't want to say no to. Michael, Franklin, and Trevor quickly find themselves caught in his web, forced into dangerous operations, illegal missions, and jobs that become more reckless with every request. But Haynes was never interested in helping them. He was interested in helping himself. Every order he gives, every risk he takes, is designed to protect his own career and reputation. Whenever something goes wrong, Haynes is nowhere to be found, leaving others to deal with his consequences. Throughout GTA 5, he repeatedly manipulates the protagonists, treating them as expendable assets rather than people. And unlike some traitors who hide their true nature, Steve Haynes barely even tries. His arrogance makes it clear that loyalty means nothing to him. In this world, everyone is a tool, and tools are meant to be discarded once they've served their purpose. But eventually, the people he's been using decide they've had enough. And Steve Haynes learns that even government power has limits. If Steve Haynes was corrupt, Devin Weston was something else entirely. A billionaire businessman with influence, connections, and more money than he could ever spend. On the surface, Weston appears to be an opportunity. A powerful figure offering Michael, Franklin, and Trevor access to jobs worth millions. The kind of jobs that could change their lives forever. And for a while, that's exactly what it looks like. The trio complete difficult missions, take enormous risks, and repeatedly deliver results. But David Weston never sees them as partners. He sees them as assets. Useful when needed, disposable when they aren't. As GTA 5 progresses, Weston's true character begins to emerge. He refuses to honor agreements, consistently shifts responsibility onto others, and expects absolute loyalty while giving none in return. Eventually, his greed reaches a breaking point. Instead of rewarding the people who helped build his success, he attempts to eliminate them. The very people who made him richer. The very people who trusted his promises. But unlike many GTA protagonists before them, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor refuse to become victims. They fight back. And in doing so, bring an end to one of GTA 5's most ruthless manipulators. Because in Grand Theft Auto, betrayal may be common, but sometimes the traitor doesn't get the last laugh. Over the years, Grand Theft Auto has given us countless traitors, friends, partners, lovers, government agents, and powerful businessmen. But with GTA 6 on the horizon, one question remains: who will be next? Looking back at Grand Theft Auto history, one thing becomes impossible to ignore. Betrayal is everywhere. Catalina betrayed Claude, Lance betrayed Tommy, Big Smoke betrayed CJ, Dimitri betrayed Nico. And GTA 5 was filled with people willing to use others for their own goals. So that brings us to GTA 6. For the first time in the series, Rockstar is focusing on two protagonists from the very beginning, Jason and Lucia, a pair of criminals trying to survive in a world that seems determined to tear them apart. But if GTA has taught us anything, it's that trust rarely survives until the end, which raises the question, will one of them betray the other? On the surface they appear loyal. They committed crimes together, escaped danger together, and built a relationship that seems stronger than most we've seen in Grand Theft Auto. But that's exactly what makes some fans suspicious. Because Rockstar has spent decades teaching players one lesson: never trust anyone completely. Could Jason eventually turn on Lucia? Could Lucia have her own hidden agenda? Or is Rockstar expecting us to believe a betrayal is coming, only to surprise us with something entirely different? Right now, nobody knows. But if Grand Theft Auto's history is anything to go by, someone is hiding something. And when GTA 6 finally releases, we may discover that the next great betrayal has been right in front of us the whole time. But what do you think? Who was the biggest traitor in GTA history? Big Smoke, Dimitri, Lance Vance, or someone else entirely? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe for more GTA content. Thank you for watching.